Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You are here in the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review. If what I've heard is correct right now, we're in this interstitial period of 2-week update, and then we're going to have a full update after that. And I'm deciding ahead of time to go up the German tech tree destroyer line. Maybe we'll get the Italian destroyers in the next week's update. I don't know or not. This is being recorded on Wednesday, the 11th of January, before the patch notes come out. So, quite frankly, I just don't know what is going to be going on Wargaming's end of the content or whatever. But we're going up the German destroyer line. All right, T-61, blah, 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 was made by the German Kriegsmarine and Dutch shipyards based on a Dutch destroyer class. The ship was sunk by an RAF bomber when it was towed to a German harbor for finishing. That is a shame. All right, we are launching torpedoes. The T-61 is one of, in my opinion, the very strongest destroyers in the game. I think you could make an argument that the T-61 and the Z-35 are two of the strongest destroyers at their tier, and they're both German. They're all-around ships. I build this ship with a bias towards torpedoes. I build the Z-35 with a bias towards the guns. I do use different commanders as we get a torpedo strike there on the enemy destroyer. I use Blue Furiora. If you do not have Blue Furiora, who I recommend in this ship, then you could use Von Spee. You could also use Erich Spy. It's really up to you. But I treat this more of as a torpedo boat. I think this map is called Ring, and it is a domination match. Sorry, I skipped all that stuff in the beginning. I was too busy talking. So last week, you should have seen the V25 and the G101. This week, you're seeing the V170 and the T-61. I've pretty much done reviews on all the other German premium destroyers, so that's why I'm hoping we have an update with new ships like the Italian destroyers, so I can do that of my other videos instead of premium ship reviews. Might just be doing 2 a week for the duration of this update. I don't know. We'll see what's out there. I don't have a lot of archive videos that would fit into here, so I guess I'll be trying desperately to crank out new games in premium ships for you guys to check out. I may do this long talked about guide to destroying from an average person's point of view. We'll just have to see. All right, this destroyer apparently is not going to come out and play. We were working on our torpedo reload. We were proxy spotted by the destroyer through the island, which I don't understand how that is possible from like a reality standpoint. We are torping out at this enemy ship. Is that a Miyoji? The worst premium ship in the game? Folks, hear me now, believe me later. If you haven't seen my Miyoji video, do not buy the Miyoji. It is the worst premium ship in World of Warships Legends. I will put that link up here at 4 minutes of the video. All right, we take him out with a devastating strike. That is our first kill. It was really kind of easy because it's a horrible ship with a horrible gun arrangement, and you just couldn't do anything about those torpedoes. Probably didn't even spot them in time. All right, we got a Normandy way out there in the distance. We have this destroyer clinging to life, and we are backing because backing is something I like to do. All right, that's an Ernst Gade. He has almost no health left whatsoever. That is the Tier 5 destroyer. I got a match for you in that I think you'll like. So that should be coming up 2 weeks from now. 2 Tuesdays from now. So I hope you check that out. By the way, if you are unfamiliar with my playlists, I have playlists for every tech tree line that I've gone up. Got a playlist for premium ships, got a playlist for the campaign ships that I've reviewed. Although I have more campaign ships, I haven't reviewed them all, mostly cruisers. And I've got a playlist for premium carriers. So I have it all broken down for you guys. So if you're wondering how to play a certain ship or whatever, and at least how I played it, then you can check those out. Or if you're thinking about starting a new ship line, you can go check that out as well. All right, we killed the Ernst Gade, if that's how you pronounce that, and we were shooting at Oklahoma. I was roundly chided for my pronunciation of Julio Cesare. Did the video just take a big jump there? I think it just looked like it did because I was in the bino view and then switched back out. Okay. All right, so we shot at the Oklahoma. That didn't do any good. Got a couple kills. Here is the Normandy, so we're going to go after him. And it's at this point of the video we talk about why I called this video Kill Pinching Bastards. And that's because the blue team is a bunch of kill pinching bastards. You have to rigorously defend your kills and secure them if at all possible. We've all seen the Reddit posts complaining. Usually it's a player who probably, let's be honest, probably doesn't have a ton of success. And he's having that one successful game, wildly successful, really successful. Maybe he's on that hunt for that first Kraken. It is so annoying to do all of the quote-unquote work. And right as you're about to finish that enemy ship off, somebody else fires one salvo, maybe hits just one shell. I've done that many times to other people. And all of a sudden that ship's dead. And all the hard work you put in, all the health you sacrificed is just gone. And you don't get anything to show for it except the damage you already accrued. It is just part of this game, ladies and gents. So my advice to you is just deal with it. Just accept that it is going to happen. Accept that you have no control over it. And that's the great thing. Just real talk for a second. Only stress out in life about the things you directly control. If you drive your car off a cliff, as we get the kill in the Normandy, that's your fault. If somebody else smashes into you and you're stopped minding your own business, that's not your fault. And there's probably nothing you could have done to prevent it. So you can't worry about that. You can worry about the first one, but worrying about the second one just really isn't going to do you any good. So we get the first kill pinch from us, but I guess that Normandy was a kill pinch on our part. Turnabout, fair play, all comes out in the wash. It is what it is. In a destroyer, when you spot that carrier, if you can't take him out right away, the chances that an enemy player is going to take that ship out are very high. Look at this. These torpedoes couldn't catch up with me. Those do. But the initial ones, we're just running away from them. And this is not an especially fast ship. But remember, we have Blue Furiora in there. And so there's an example of how that speed of Blue Furiora is going to help your destroyer play out, especially here in the T-61. These torpedoes can't catch us. We are too fast for them to catch us. All right, we are moving into one of the cap circles here and doing our job. As you can see, the blue team is dominating the red team. There are only 3 ships left. I'm going to tell you what, folks. We come whisper close to killing all 3 of them. And we already had one kill pinch that could have been a kill. So in theory, this almost was a 7-kill game, really demonstrating the power of the T-61. And if you don't have a Tier 5 premium destroyer yet and you're looking to get one, there's some good ships at Tier 5. But I think this ship is really, really nice. Don't get me wrong. I got a special place in my heart for the Monahan, Tier 5 American destroyer. I had a 7-kill game with the Monahan. Really blew me away. But this ship, day in, day out, especially when it comes to ranked battles in arena, that smokes on our combo, really is so invaluable. And you can get away with it at this tier, whereas Tier 6, Tier 7, Tier 8, you might not be able to get away with it as much. And so that's why I think this is one of the very strongest ships there is. Now, if you said pick one, you're going into battle, this versus Monahan, I might go with the Monahan. Against this ship 1v1. But just generally speaking, I use T-61 for ranked Tier 5. And I got that video. Maybe I'll throw that card in here as well. Otherwise, it should be in the analysis playlist of my channel. All right, we are closing in here on another ship that somebody else is doing all the damage on. Is that a Queen Elizabeth? I do not have my glasses. I had to leave them at work. They sent me on a 3-hour drive out and a 3-hour drive back yesterday. It was almost comical. I mean, I was sick. My coworker was like falling asleep. Yeah, too funny. All right, Queen Elizabeth, we got torpedoes in the water. We're going to let them do their thing. You got to make sure you don't blunder in to your detection range, because remember, the German destroyers only have average detection, not great detection. So you really want to make sure you're staying safe detection-wise. We'll put up our smoke screen. Those torpedoes are creeping in, and the ship turns away, and by doing that gives us a better target to hit with the torpedoes. So thank you for that. That should be our fourth kill. Fourth kill? Is it our fourth kill? Yeah. All right, so we got a destroyer and we got a battleship left. I believe the battleship is a New York. I believe the destroyer is a Farragut. And so we're going to move out here and try to capture this cap circle. And of these two ships, I think the New York might be a little closer, but I'm much more concerned about the Farragut. Even though it is down tier, it is still a gunboat, and make no mistake about that. And so that should be your primary target for the ship. Only consumable left, just some sonar, and I don't really know if we have an occasion to use that very much. But we are getting it done. Somebody is capturing another base off in the distance, and we're going up against the last two enemy ships here in the T-61. All right, so putting a bow towards the last position, or the intended position of the battleship. Got my guns trained to where I think the Farragut's going to be. We'll blind launch one set of torpedoes. Maybe the Farragut will blunder in there. Hit our sonar. There's the Farragut. We light him up with these 128s. Some hits there. Firing another salvo. He doesn't have his guns around here yet. And a third salvo. And almost take him down to the nub. Fourth salvo. All right, now we're really taking him down to the nub. Fifth salvo. And he shot at me once. There it is, folks. Kraken unleashed. All right, torpedoes are in the water. We're just going to back out of the way. We knew they were in the water as soon as they came out, because the sonar runs for a very long time. So that is also a really great thing about the sonar. We back out of the way. The torpedoes pose no threat at all to us. I'm sorry, that Farragut player should have been gunning and then thrown in the torpedoes after the fact, in my opinion. Although, thinking he started down on health, if I'm remembering that correctly. It just happened, but I don't remember. But I'm saying, yeah, I can get why he threw the torpedoes. But he only put one shell on us, and I mean, the Farragut's a gunboat, you know. Real talk. All right, 93k damage. Backing up, looking for that New York. Trying to finish him off. Our sonar is petering out. And I think we're playing Ring Around the Island here. Ring Around the Rosie. That's a kid's game, I think. Anyway, we're going to go forwards here. See if... Oh, he's in our detection already. Spotted us. We're just going to... I hate it when it does this. But we're going to torp out. He does give us some pretty good damage that we really can't do anything about. We're going to turn away to give him less of a profile. And trying to get these guns turning a little bit. And the torpedoes are moving in. 3 torpedo strikes, high caliber metal, 4 torpedo strikes, Confederate metal, and he's pinched by my teammates. You kill pinching bastards. Hey, what can you do? It's all good. If there was a medal for 7 kills, I'd be legit pissed right now. But there isn't. I think there should be. I would love to have a 7-kill medal called Leviathan. And then we could change the Leviathan skill name in the legendary skill row. Anyway, here we are on the victory screen. Confederate medal, devastating strike medal, high caliber medal, Kraken unleashed medal, 132,696 total damage, 14 torpedo strikes, 5 big kills, 2 solo base caps, progress ribbons up the yin-yang, 620,000 plus silver, 13,866 ship XP, 3,470 green XP, 23,770 commander XP. Booster flag aided. Make no mistake, you can pile up the numbers here in the T-61. There we are at the top of the board, squinting, 3,301 base XP, 4 medals, 5 big kills, a really GG here in the T-61. Let's go look at the upgrades. Aiming system mod 1 and propulsion mod 2, pretty standard for a tier 5 premium destroyer. Loadout, 2 charges of the smoke generator. Oh, I love it when the Bureau interrupts my videos. 2 charges of the engine boost, 2 charges of that sonar. Short range, but longer duration. We're running this rare battle booster flag for movement speed, the Type 9 permanent camouflage, the legendary birthday flag, and all the other epic flags. All right, I really can't see these numbers. Looks like 13,230 hit points. Got those 4 128 millimeter turrets, 10.2 kilometer firing range, 4.4 second reload. Looks like 22.5 second turn time. HE shells, 1,500 max damage, 6% fire chance. Armor piercing shells, 3,000 max damage. Didn't get to use those. 2 quad launchers, reload in just under 1 minute. Looks like 11,700 or 730 max damage. 8 kilometer range, 69 knots, and maybe 1,300 meters detectability. AA defense is a weak spot here. You don't have a lot of AA. Maneuverability, 39.8 knots, 680 maybe, meter turning circle, 3.6 second rudder shift time. 5 kilometers of concealment on the water, 2.7 from the air, 2.4 when firing in smoke. I apologize for any vision-caused mistakes. In that recap, all right, here's Blue Fury Aura, worth the money, in my opinion. I hate to say it. All these good skills are paywalled. We got Bay and Swirsky. I would not recommend Mosquito Brutes. Just the damage hit is too much, and so I don't recommend this skill. So we use Torpedo Safari in row number 1. That's what that's all about. Anyway, that's the T-61, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button.